When you talk about the number one thing stopping most people from achieving success, the very first piece of the puzzle is clarity. I need you to understand this. If you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter how fast you move, how hard you work, or how many hours you put in, because you'll always be moving in circles. A lack of clarity is like driving in the fog. The car might be powerful, the gas tank might be full, but if you can't see the road ahead, eventually you're going to slow down, hesitate, and stop. That's exactly what's happening in so many people's lives. They've got energy, they've got ambition, but they don't have a destination. Clarity isn't just about writing down a goal on paper. It's about creating a picture so vivid in your mind that you can almost touch it. Too many people say they want to be successful, but when you ask them, successful at what? They freeze. They want to be rich, but they don't know how much money they need. They want to be happy, but they can't define what happiness looks like for them. They want freedom, but they don't even know what they're trying to get free from. You see the problem. Without clarity, success isn't a path. It's just a dream floating in your imagination. And here's the truth: life will test you. Distractions will surround you. Challenges will come. And if you're not clear on what you want, those distractions will always win. Someone with clarity can say no to things that don't align, but someone without clarity says yes to everything. That's why so many people end up burned out, scattered, and unfulfilled. They're chasing opportunities, but they're not aligned with their true calling. And listen, if you're not living in alignment with your calling, no amount of money, no title, no car, no house is ever going to feel like success. Clarity demands honesty. You can't fake it. You have to sit with yourself and ask the uncomfortable questions. What do I truly want? Not what my parents expect, not what my friends are doing, not what society is flashing in front of me. What do I want for my life? And when you answer that, then you start designing everything else around it. Your schedule, your habits, your relationships, your energy, all of it must match that vision. Otherwise, you're just walking in circles hoping life magically lines up. But here's the powerful part. Once you get clarity, momentum comes naturally. You stop wasting energy on what doesn't matter. You start waking up with direction. Every yes and every no becomes easier because now you know what serves your vision and what doesn't. And in that moment, the fog lifts. You don't just move, you move with purpose. And that's the difference between people who chase success and people who achieve it. If you want to stop being stuck, stop being confused, stop feeling like you're running hard but getting nowhere, then start by getting crystal clear on what you really want in life. Because until you do, everything else is just noise. Fear of failure is one of the biggest silent killers of dreams. It's not the lack of opportunity. It's not the lack of resources. It's not even the lack of talent that stops most people. It's fear. That little voice inside that whispers, what if it doesn't work? What if people laugh? What if I try and fall flat on my face? That voice gets louder than your vision. And before you even start, you've already talked yourself out of the fight. Think about that for a moment. Most people don't lose because they fail. They lose because they never even stepped into the arena. Fear is powerful because it convinces you that something that hasn't even happened yet is already real. You're imagining the worst case scenario, and instead of preparing for it, you paralyze yourself with it. You picture embarrassment, you picture loss, you picture rejection, and so you retreat back into comfort, telling yourself, maybe later. But here's the truth, later never comes. The more you wait, the bigger fear grows, until eventually you're living a life that's safe but not fulfilled. The thing about fear is it disguises itself as logic. It'll tell you you're being smart by holding back, that you're protecting yourself from risk. But deep down, you know it's just keeping you from stepping into your calling. And let me tell you, failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. Every single person you admire, every single success story you look up to, they didn't get there by avoiding failure, they got there by walking through it. They learned, they adjusted, they grew. And here's the kicker. You don't build courage by avoiding fear. You build courage by facing it head on. When you let fear of failure control you, you live life in chains. You never push yourself. You never discover your limits. You never see what you're truly capable of. But the moment you decide that failure isn't the end, it's just part of the process, you take the chains off. You stop asking, what if it goes wrong? And you start asking, what if it goes right? That shift in perspective changes everything. Suddenly, the risk becomes worth it, the effort becomes exciting, and the setbacks become fuel instead of obstacles. So many people are standing at the edge of opportunity, looking over, and all they can think about is falling. They don't realize that same cliff they're afraid of is also the launch pad for their greatest success. But you'll never know until you leap. And yes, you might stumble, you might scrape your knees, you might even crash a few times, but every fall teaches you how to rise stronger. And eventually, the very thing you once feared becomes the foundation of your greatness. Don't let fear of failure rob you of your future. Stop rehearsing the worst case scenario in your mind and start preparing for the best case outcome, because your breakthrough is waiting on the other side of fear. One of the biggest things holding people back from reaching their full potential is the comfort zone. That little space where everything feels safe, predictable, and easy. You wake up at the same time, do the same routine, hang with the same people, take the same actions, and you convince yourself that you're okay because nothing feels threatening. But let's be real. Nothing extraordinary ever happens in that space. The comfort zone is not where growth lives. It's not where success lives. And it's definitely not where transformation happens. It's where dreams go to die slowly without you even realizing it. Think about it. Growth always demands discomfort. You can't get stronger without putting your muscles under pressure. You can't gain new skills without fumbling through the learning process. You can't build resilience without going through challenges. Yet most people avoid discomfort like it's the plague. They want success, but they don't want the pain that comes with growth. They want the reward, but they don't want the risk. They want change, but they don't want to change themselves. That's the trap of the comfort zone. It feels good in the moment, but it costs you your future. The crazy thing is, the comfort zone convinces you that you're safe, but you're not. Because while you're staying still, the world is moving forward. Opportunities are passing by, time is slipping away, and life is shifting around you. And if you don't stretch yourself, if you don't take risks, you'll wake up one day realizing that the very comfort you clung to became your prison. That job you settled for, that routine you refused to break, that dream you pushed aside, they become chains, not protection. Stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't mean you won't be afraid. It means you choose to move forward even while you're afraid. It means you recognize that fear and discomfort are signals that you're on the edge of growth, not that you're in danger. Every new level in life is going to feel awkward at first, like wearing shoes that don't quite fit. But the more you keep walking, the more you break them in, and soon enough, what once felt uncomfortable becomes your new normal. That's how growth works. You keep expanding your zone until what used to terrify you becomes second nature. The truth is, if you want something you've never had, you have to be willing to do something you've never done. That might mean taking that risk, starting that project, making that call, or putting yourself out there when you'd rather hide. It won't feel easy. It won't feel safe, but it will feel worth it. Because once you cross that line, once you push through that barrier, you'll realize that everything you were afraid of was just an illusion holding you back. So don't settle for the comfort zone. Don't let the desire to feel safe rob you of the chance to live fully. The life you want is waiting, but it's on the other side of comfort. The most dangerous conversations you'll ever have are not with other people, they're with yourself. That voice in your head, that constant chatter, it can either be your greatest coach or your worst enemy. And for too many people, it's the enemy. Negative self-talk doesn't scream at you. It whispers. It says, you're not smart enough. You're not talented enough. You don't have what it takes. People like you don't win. And the tragedy is that most of us start believing those whispers until they become our truth. We talk ourselves out of opportunities, out of growth, out of success before we even try, because we've been convinced by our own minds that we're not worthy. The reality is you can't outperform the story you keep telling yourself. If the narrative in your head says you're a failure, it doesn't matter how much potential you have. You'll sabotage yourself. You'll play small. You'll shrink in moments that demand boldness. It's not because you can't succeed. It's because deep down, you've convinced yourself you don't deserve to. And the saddest part, most of that negative programming didn't even start with you. It came from people who doubted you, from environments that told you to stay in your place, from moments where you were rejected or overlooked. Those voices planted seeds, and over time, you watered them with your own agreement until they grew into the story you live by. But just because that's the voice you've heard doesn't mean it's the voice you have to obey. You can rewrite the script. You can decide right now to stop letting negative self-talk run your life. Every time that voice tells you you can't, you replace it with, watch me. Every time it tells you you'll fail, you answer with, then I'll learn. Every time it says you're not enough, you respond with, I'm more than capable. The same way you trained yourself to believe the lies, you can train yourself to believe the truth. It's not about ignoring the doubts. It's about refusing to let them dictate your actions. Understand this, your words shape your reality. The way you speak to yourself sets the tone for everything you do. If you feed yourself doubt, you'll walk in fear. If you feed yourself courage, you'll walk in strength. If you feed yourself excuses, you'll walk in circles. But if you feed yourself belief, you'll walk into opportunities you never imagined possible. Your inner voice is either building your future or burying it. So here's the challenge: stop rehearsing the language of defeat and start practicing the language of victory. Because until you win the battle in your mind, you'll never win the battle in your life. Procrastination and excuses are dream killers, plain and simple. Most people don't fail because they weren't capable. They failed because they kept putting it off. They kept telling themselves, I'll start tomorrow. I'll get serious next week. I'll make the move when the timing is right. But let me tell you something. The perfect time doesn't exist. There will always be something standing in your way if you allow it. There will always be bills, responsibilities, fears, distractions. If you wait until everything lines up perfectly, you'll wait forever. That's why so many people go to their graves with unfinished dreams, not because they didn't have the talent, but because they never got started. Excuses are nothing more than lies we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. You say you don't have time, but somehow you've got hours for social media, hours for Netflix, hours for scrolling through everyone else's life while ignoring your own. You say you don't have the resources, but the truth is most of the greats started with less than you. They didn't have the money, they didn't have the connections, they didn't have the perfect conditions. But what they did have was urgency. They understood that if they didn't move, nothing was going to move for them. And that's what separates people who make it from people who only talk about making it. Procrastination feels harmless because it doesn't slam the door in your face immediately. It slowly pushes it closed while you stand there waiting. Every day you delay, the gap between where you are and where you want to be gets bigger. And the longer you wait, the heavier that weight becomes. The dream starts to feel impossible, not because it is, but because you've convinced yourself that too much time has passed. The reality is the best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. You've got to stop negotiating with yourself. Stop saying, I'll try when I feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Action creates readiness. Momentum creates motivation. You've got to start with what you have right where you are and let consistency do the rest. Because once you get moving, you'll realize that all those excuses you thought were stopping you were just illusions. Here's the hard truth. You can either make progress or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. Life doesn't reward intentions. It rewards actions. Nobody cares about what you meant to do. Nobody remembers the plans you had. They only see the results you produce. So if you're serious about success, if you truly want to change your life, stop putting it off and start moving. Because tomorrow is promised to no one, and excuses will never build the future you dream of. Discipline and consistency are two of the most underrated qualities when it comes to success. Everybody loves the idea of winning. Everybody gets excited at the thought of achieving big goals, but very few are willing to show up day after day when the excitement fades. That's the difference maker. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, but other days you won't want to move at all. If your success depends on how you feel, you'll never make it. Discipline is what keeps you moving when your feelings tell you to quit. And consistency is what turns those small daily actions into massive results over time. Talent might open the door, but without discipline, you won't walk through it. You can be the most gifted person in the room, but if you can't stick to the grind, if you can't stay committed when it gets hard, your talent will be wasted. On the flip side, there are people with average skills who win at the highest levels simply because they mastered consistency. They weren't always the smartest, the fastest, or the strongest, but they were always present. They kept showing up, putting in the work, brick by brick, until they built something extraordinary. The truth is, greatness doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Anyone can grind for a week. Anyone can be disciplined for a short burst of time. But real success demands showing up when you don't feel like it, doing the work when no one is watching, and pushing forward even when results are slow. That's where most people quit. They think effort without instant reward is wasted. But the disciplined know that every rep, every hour, every sacrifice is a deposit into the future. Consistency is what separates wishful thinking from reality. If you go to the gym once, nothing happens. But if you show up every day, week after week, your body transforms. If you read one page of a book, you don't gain much knowledge. But if you read consistently, your mind expands. It's not about the big, dramatic actions. It's about the small, steady ones done faithfully over time. That's the formula people ignore because it's not flashy, but it's the one that actually works. Discipline is also about making choices today that your future self will thank you for. It's about delaying gratification, resisting shortcuts, and focusing on the long-term payoff instead of the temporary comfort. That's not easy, but that's why so few people achieve real success. They want the results, but they don't want the routine. They want the spotlight, but they don't want the sacrifice. The discipline know you can't separate the two. You earn one through the other. So if you're serious about building the life you want, stop chasing motivation and start building discipline. Stop looking for quick results and start committing to consistency. Because in the end, success doesn't belong to the most talented or the most gifted. It belongs to the most disciplined and consistent. One of the most overlooked reasons people never reach their full potential is the environment they choose to stay in. You can have all the ambition in the world. You can set big goals. You can have a strong vision, but if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and people who don't believe in you, it's only a matter of time before that energy starts pulling you down. Your environment matters more than you think. The truth is, the people around you are either fueling your fire or pouring water on it. They're either pushing you forward or holding you back. And the hard part is, sometimes it's the people closest to you who can't see your vision and unintentionally keep you small. Toxic environments don't always scream toxic. Sometimes they look like friends who joke about your dreams, who make light of your ambition, who keep you stuck in the same routines because they're afraid of losing you if you grow. Sometimes it's coworkers who gossip more than they grind, family members who remind you of your past mistakes, or circles where complaining is more common than problem solving. You spend enough time in that atmosphere, and even if you're strong, it begins to seep into you. You start doubting yourself, lowering your standards, and accepting mediocrity because that's all you see. But here's the thing, you can't plant a seed in the wrong soil and expect it to grow. Even the most powerful seed, if it's stuck in dry ground, won't produce fruit. You need the right environment. You need people who believe in growth, who challenge you, who stretch you, who hold you accountable when you start slacking. You need to put yourself in spaces where success is the expectation, not the exception. Because when you're around winners, you start to think like a winner. When you're around builders, you start building. And when you're around people who refuse to settle, settling becomes impossible for you too. Protecting your environment doesn't mean you hate the people who can't go with you. It means you love yourself enough to create space for your future. Not everyone is meant to be part of your journey. Some people are only meant for a season, and holding on to them longer than you should can cost you your destiny. It's not easy distancing yourself from relationships that feel familiar, but you've got to ask yourself, is this connection feeding me or draining me? Is it lifting me higher or keeping me stuck? Because your answer to that determines your growth. At the end of the day, success isn't just about what you do. It's also about where you do it and who you do it with. And if you're serious about leveling up, then you've got to make sure your circle matches your vision, because your environment can either build your future or bury it. One of the most heartbreaking reasons people never achieve success is that they quit too early. They start the journey with energy. They set the vision. They make progress, but the moment things get hard, the moment the results don't show up fast enough, they begin to question themselves. And little by little, they convince themselves to stop. What they don't realize is that many times, the breakthrough they've been waiting for is just a little further down the road. They walk away right before the moment that could have changed everything. Success has never been about how fast you start. It's always been about how long you're willing to endure. Everyone is excited in the beginning. Everyone is motivated when it's new, but only a few are willing to stay in the fight when the excitement fades and the grind gets heavy. Quitting is easy when you measure your progress by immediate results, but real growth takes time. Seeds don't become trees overnight. Muscles don't grow after one workout. Businesses don't thrive after one good week. It's the compounding of effort, the stacking of small wins, the patience to keep going that builds something real. The truth is, quitting doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle. It's not showing up with the same energy you used to. It's skipping the little steps, telling yourself you'll get back on track tomorrow. It's convincing yourself that maybe the dream was too big. Maybe you should lower the standard. Maybe you should just be realistic. That's quitting too. It's just quitting in slow motion. And if you're not careful, you'll end up living a watered down version of the life you were meant for. Here's what you need to understand. Setbacks are not signs to stop. They're signs to keep building. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's feedback. Every great achievement has a season where nothing seems to be working, where the pressure is high and the results are invisible. That's the moment where most people walk away. But if you can outlast that season, if you can push through the silence, the struggle, the waiting, you'll discover that breakthrough always comes to the ones who refuse to quit. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the most talented. You don't even need to be the luckiest. You just need to be the one who won't give up, because persistence beats resistance every single time. Life will try to wear you down, but if you keep standing, if you keep fighting, if you keep showing up, eventually life will have to give you what you've been working for. So don't stop now. Don't give up just because it's hard. Don't walk away just because it's taking longer than you thought. You may be closer than you realize. And the only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is your ability to keep going when everyone else would have quit.